Hello, I'm Brook Woolf. I am writing a novel, and it's called The Practice of Living. Book 1, there will be 4 of them. It is written 600 years from now in a place called Ma. It's a world that's kind of figured out what we're still reaching toward. I'm going to read a chapter from this book. It's somewhere in the middle. The narrator of this particular chapter is an herb on a shelf inside of the healing clinic of a practitioner that they have watched for 22 years do their work. And her name is Ashwa, the herb. And she has many things to say. So this one particular chapter is really for the overgivers, and then also for anyone who is a holistic practitioner and like really into that work. Maybe you're into herbalism, you might also get a kick out of this particular chapter. I'm going to read a couple excerpts. One will be just one part of a chapter, and then the poem at the end. Before the first knock. She arrives before dawn. She has done this every working day for 22 years. The clinic and its own quiet. The light still blue. The synthesis unit running its daily calibration, a sound like water settling. She makes tea, not from me, not yet, from ginger, which she keeps loose in a clay pot near the window because she has been doing this since she was 12 years old, and her grandmother pressed a piece of the root into her hand and said, "This one is honest. It tells you when something is blocked. It moves things." She drinks it standing at the window, looking at the wild poplar corridor outside. The trees tall and silver-leaved, their rustling carrying the particular sound of dawn in a place that was once too dry for anything this green to insist on itself. She reads the day's patience notes. Her face does something it does not do when anyone is watching. It softens completely. The kind of softening that's not relaxation, but recognition. She reads a name and she already knows the whole person, not just their file. She reads a presenting symptom and she is 3 steps ahead, feeling her way towards the connection, already thinking about the grandmother's pattern and the last 6 months and the quality of this person's tongue coating at the last visit, and whether the preparation she sent home helped or whether something deeper is asked to be addressed. She loves this. I want to be clear about that. This is not duty. This is not performance. This is just what she is. The first knock comes before she finishes the ginger tea. She sets the cup down deliberately, breathes, the transition between solitude and presence, the moment before the door opens, when she chooses who she's about to be. She opens the door. The line goes back further than I can see from this angle. I told you she's got things to say, so back to the poem now. Ashwa's Ode to the Cabinet. Let me tell you about the others. We've been here a long time. We have things to say. Rhodiola is from the high, cold places where nothing grows without deciding to. She is for the tired people, specifically the ones who are tired in the way that mountains are tired, which is to say, not tired at all, just carrying a great deal and waiting for someone to notice. She called me Ashwa first. Dandelion is the one everyone dismisses. They call her a weed. She's been healing litter since before gardens existed, and she finds the whole conversation a little beneath her. Her roots are bitter in the right way, the way that signals the body to move, to release, to stop holding what has already been processed. She is for the ones who are bloated with what they haven't said yet. She doesn't mind being underestimated. She grows through concrete. She has perspective. Milk thistle has a silver edge to her leaves, and the dignity of someone who knows exactly what she is for. The liver, always the liver. The organ that processes everything that comes in and must decide what to keep and what to move through. When the liver is overloaded, when it has been asked to process more than any liver should, grief and alcohol and late nights and old tormented anger, milk thistle arrives with her silly Bryn, and she rebuilds it. She doesn't ask what happened. She just starts rebuilding. 2,000 years of this. She's very good at it. Ginger is honest. That's the whole description. She is warm and she is honest. And she tells you when something is blocked and she moves it. She's been in every grandmother's kitchen on every continent for longer than most of the continent's governments. She doesn't need validation. She's Ginger. St. John's, where it grows in disturbed places and comes back gold. She is for the flat gray that grief leaves behind when it has nowhere to go. The not so quite sad, not quite fine that lives inside the body's serotonin and asks for light. She is light. She was made in the places where there had been damage, and she understands from the root off that returning is possible. Black cohosh is made from the forest. She does not explain herself. She is for transitions the world does not celebrate. The body moving from one version of itself to another. In the years where everyone expects you to quietly manage it and nobody brings you flowers anymore. The Cherokee know her. The Algonquin know her. The women in Bryn's clinic know her. The moment she arrives in their bloodstream. The way you know someone who has been through the same thing as you without a word being exchanged. Shatavari is for everyone in the in-between times. She is for the cellular giving, the kind that happens in the body's interior before it reaches the hands. She doesn't need you to know what you are between. She holds the between and makes it softer. Reishi doesn't hurry. She has been called the mushroom of immortality for 2,000 years, and she finds the title both flattering and slightly besides the point. She's not about living forever. She's about the immune system knowing itself, the nervous system finding its own regulation, the body remembering that it was designed to rest and recover and rest again. She tastes like the forest floor. She means it as a compliment. And then there's me, Ashwa, Withania somnifera, sleep bringer, root of the nightshade family. I am for the adrenal hour, the 3 a.m. kidney conversation in the dark, the 3 p.m. crash when the cortisol runs out and the body says plainly, I have been the emergency generator for long enough. I am for the ones who forgot that rest is not the absence of doing, but the presence of receiving. I am for Bryn, who's known my name for 22 years and gave me to everyone but herself and held me tonight in both hands, in the copper light, in the clinic that loves her back as much as she lets it. We are 67. We come from every place people ever learned something true about the body and the earth and how they want the same things. The cycle is this. Something grows in the particular conditions it was made for. A person finds it. They understand something they could not have understood without it. They pass the understanding on. The plants keep growing. The people keep needing. The earth keeps offering. This is not a metaphor. This is just what happens when caring goes in both directions, which is, in the end, the only direction caring has ever actually worked. So, that's the practice of living. Book 1. I'll be back for more. I hope you enjoyed it in practice of living in love. I'll see you later.